Hi Capricorn, welcome in your monthly reading, and my throat is making jokes on me again. However, we will do some cards for the month. So yeah, with other signs I was doing kind of the cards for the past 2 weeks, the next 2 weeks, and some cards to the general what is kind of the June about for you. But in this reading I will kind of just do the cards in overall for the month June, because I'm kind of late at first and I kind of have a lot of other videos to do. So yeah, so we will start with filling out the space, of course. Okay, and we will start, I guess. Okay. So, what is June about for the Capricorn? What is June about for the Capricorn? What is June about for the Capricorn? Oh, okay. So we have Ace of Cups and the Two of Wands. June for Capricorn. What is June for Capricorn? I kind of get a feeling that you are kind of wanting to open up for people, but I kind of get a feeling that your ego is kind of stopping you. Okay. And we have the Nine of Cups. The Tower reverse. Okay, so I guess you want to kind of open up for people in the June, Capricorn, but something is not letting you. I think that's bad because of some past. I will have to cut it. And that's because I feel like because of some past kind of events that happened, I feel like you kind of have something like a trauma or something like that. Yeah, exactly. I think you were kind of just hurt in the past, that's why you are kind of now having trouble to kind of open up for people, but I feel like you are kind of working on that. You are kind of also working on being more independent. I used to get that feeling. But you are also working on not kind of cutting yourself off from people, which is kind of hard for you because of these past events. You can't get over. Also, I kind of get a feeling that you are kind of having a lot of inspiration and ideas and passion, maybe even in this month, to kind of be more successful and kind of make yourself more satisfied with who you are. And in overall, I think like more in the success area, like being successful, productive, and stuff like that. You just want to be kind of proud of yourself, I would say. That's kind of what I get. Also, Ten of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, I kind of get a feeling that you are kind of even distancing yourself from the family, and you are kind of trying to work on that in this month. Or maybe you are kind of trying to be not depending on your family. Maybe you are kind of trying to kind of maybe, for example, for some of you, move out of the house, or maybe be financially kind of independent when it comes to your family or close ones. Kind of get that feeling. A lot of about the inspiration, passion, trying to open up, I guess, for the people, but not for all of you. It might be that maybe you are trying to kind of go on the dating sites and kind of find someone for yourself and stuff like that. I kind of get that feeling, but I kind of get the feeling that you are kind of also trying to be more confident of yourself and work on yourself, maybe even on your kind of how you look. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting. But maybe you are trying to work on being more confident to the people. So we have the King of Cups and the King of Wands. So yeah, I feel like the month of June is all about for you for being more open emotionally for people, and also for working and putting in the work for mostly on yourself, your how you behave, how you are, if you are confident enough, and being like a king, like you are not depending on anyone in who you are and where you are and what are you doing. I can get a feeling like that. So yeah, that's interesting. So we will now get more cards on that. Okay, so how this is resonating, so let me know down in the comments, because I kind of get really less comments and it's really bothering me, because I'm kind of putting a lot of work in those and I just don't get any like feedbacks, and you know, it's like there's no point in kind of doing something when it's not kind of made right. So I don't know if I'm making this reading right and stuff like that. So yeah, let's get back to the reading. So June for the Capricorn. Okay, so you have Queen of Swords reversed. So yeah, I get the feeling that you are maybe kind of lonely, and that's why you are kind of trying to open up for people on those dating sites and stuff like that, maybe to your family. But I just get the feeling that you are trying to open up emotionally because you are kind of feeling lonely. I kind of get that feeling that you are just like sitting and feeling miserable and lonely, and you just kind of realize that without people it's no fun in life. And okay, yeah, we have Four of Cups reversed. Let me check this out actually. Yeah, I kind of get the feeling that you kind of see a lot more opportunities, and you kind of realize that with people you have kind of over opportunities in life and kind of over outlook on life, even I would say. You are kind of having a new perspective, I would say, on people. Maybe later, before you were kind of closed off to people for some reasons, and now you are kind of changing your outlook on those reasons, kind of changing your perspective, especially now that you feel so lonely, and you are maybe even bored by yourself. Like, you kind of realize that without people there's no fun, as I said, in life. So yeah, what is there also for the Capricorn for the June? Okay, so we have Four of Pentacles. So some delays. Let me check that out. Yeah, I kind of get a feeling that you are kind of having some trouble, maybe financially, and that's why you're kind of trying to be independent when it comes to your family. Maybe you were kind of living with them because you kind of had some delays in your plans and with business and with money and with financial stuff, and now you are kind of, and excuse the noises, you are now kind of trying to kind of be more independent, even if because I feel like those delays are now ending. Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, some bad things happening, because, and it is under the Tower, so that's interesting. I feel like you are kind of getting out of some bad things that happened in the near past, like in the past month too, or stuff like that. You are kind of, I kind of get a feeling that you are kind of getting out of the cycle of bad karma right now in this month. So that's kind of very good for you, Capricorn. You're kind of getting out of this wheel of bad karma. So that's good. And you have Nine of Pentacles. So yeah, I feel like you have a lot of ideas for yourself in this month. As I said, it might be that you have a lot of passion for something, or a lot of ideas for something, maybe related to the business plan, or maybe just how to maybe, I kind of get the self-development. So maybe you're kind of working on yourself a lot. You're kind of maybe trying to become a better version of yourself also. That's what I'm getting. And as I said, I kind of get a feeling you are working a lot about on the financial stuff and kind of being independent. Yeah, that's kind of right. You are kind of working on being more independent, like a lot of independence. I see there. And King of Pentacles reversed. So yeah, I kind of get a feeling that you are kind of in the bad place financially and stuff like that, and now you're kind of trying to get out of this. Try to be more independent in the money area. So that's kind of what I'm getting. What else we have here? A lot of independency I see, as I said already. What else is there for Capricorn for June? What is June about for Capricorn? And we have the Ten of Pentacles reversed again. So okay, I feel like the situation with your family is kind of getting out of control. I feel like for some of you it might be that you are just having bad kind of contact with your family, and that's why you're kind of trying to be more independent and kind of maybe go in the direction of moving out from this house or something like that. I kind of get a feeling also that maybe your family is having the financial troubles, and now you're kind of trying to help them by being more successful financially by yourself. So that's what I'm kind of getting. Maybe also you're kind of trying to break from the bad habits that you kind of learned from your family, from your parents and stuff like that. Kind of maybe you're kind of noticing the behavior you kind of got from your parents and stuff like that. And now you're kind of trying to break up from this and kind of be on your own and kind of learn to kind of think by yourself and stuff like that. But I see a lot of independency, and I kind of get a feeling that you are just like this person here under the table and just like being dependent to someone, and now you're kind of trying to break free from this and be more independent. So yeah, okay, what is there for June for Capricorn? Some messages for Capricorn for June. June for Capricorn. What is June all about for Capricorn? Okay, so health improvement. Yeah, so you might kind of even I kind of get the feeling that this is kind of related to feeling lonely, and you're kind of noticing that this loneliness kind of has a bad impact on your health and about how you feel. So that's why you are kind of trying to improve this situation by kind of getting out there to people. I mean, like, I don't kind of see you kind of getting out there to people, but more likely you are kind of trying to forcible open up in the June for kind of the idea even for getting out there and getting into people. More likely you are maybe even going out there in the internet more likely than in real life. So wait, and exactly, you are kind of waiting forcible to kind of be ready for this inside of you. So you are now kind of working more on your mindset than in the real life. So I kind of get a feeling that June is all about working in your mind about stuff and stuff like that. So maybe financially you are kind of wanting to be independent, but maybe you are only in the June, like maybe making plans only now for making maybe business or something like that. So financial stuff and stuff like that. Also, as I said, I feel like there's some delays, and you are now only getting out of this cycle of maybe bad karma you were in lately, and stuff like that. What else is there for June for the Capricorn? June for the Capricorn. June, okay. June for the Capricorn. June for the Capricorn. What is there for the June for the Capricorn? And we have no need to worry. So yeah, I kind of get a feeling that you are very worried about some financial stuff and about being independent, as I said, about this bad karma, but this is still kind of at the end. That's what I'm getting. And also I get the feeling that you kind of want to go out there to people, not only because you are lonely, but you also kind of feel like with people you don't have to worry about the things, and you just have fun and you can kind of relax sometimes. Improvement. So yeah, I feel like you are kind of trying to improve yourself and your situation and a lot of things in your life, and you are trying to kind of feel better about yourself also, what I get. But I kind of get a lot about improvement about yourself mostly, and also in the financial stuff. So yeah, so we will get the last card for the Capricorn for the June for the Capricorn. What else is there? What message is there for Capricorn? Okay. And we have not the right moment. So as I said, I feel like you are mostly right now making this all up in your head right now. So we are like trying to open for the people, trying to open up for the people, but you are not kind of doing this yet. You are not kind of going out there yet. Maybe you are just only thinking about this also. As I said, I feel like you are kind of getting out of the cycle of this bad karma or the just bad times for you, and you all just feel like this is not the right moment to kind of take action in anything. So I kind of get the feeling that you are kind of making plans in the month of June for the next months, but not acting in this month. Also, I get the feeling that you can't act because of some past events that happened and are still kind of holding up to you. And also about this opening up to people, I kind of get a feeling that this is still kind of because of some past events for some of you, that you are still kind of not over you're kind of not over this thing that happened in the past. That's why you might either not want to go out there to the people yet, or not want to kind of start some financial stuff yet, and just plan things and open up to people forcible in the mindset, in the mind area. So okay, we'll get now over cards. Yeah, so June for Capricorn. What is there? What is June all about for Capricorn? What is June all about for Capricorn? June for Capricorn. And you have intuition. So yeah, as I said, you kind of get this feeling that this is not the right moment to act and go and do stuff. So you are kind of like only getting into your mind first and planning things. So you are very like, I would say you are kind of very like how to say this, protective, I would say. That's kind of not the word I wanted, but whatever. Nature. So yeah, this is, you are kind of for now only planting the seeds, if I say this right. You are now only planting the seeds before anything will grow, before you will water them. So first, the month of June is all about planting the seeds for the next months. So making plans and opening up for the people, to people and stuff like that. So it's all about planting the seeds, the month of June, kind of getting ready for kind of taking the action, the actual action. So what is the June all about? So for Capricorn, what is June all about for Capricorn? Okay, and we have adventure. So yeah, as I said, I feel like you are kind of ready to kind of go out there and meet people, but you kind of can't do this right now. You kind of have this feeling that you want to kind of get out there and stuff like that. You want to start making actual action, but you are kind of not doing this because you kind of know that this is not the right moment. But I kind of get a feeling that you are kind of how to say this? I forgot what I wanted to say. However, what is June all about for Capricorn? What is June all about for the Capricorn? What is June? Okay. Discernment. So yeah, I feel like this will be a lot kind of how to say this? Kind of seeing the surroundings before, not like that. Kind of meeting the surroundings and kind of observing it before you can kind of take action. So as I said, you'll be kind of also, I get the feeling that you'll be also like discovering a lot of things about yourself. Maybe not discovering, but maybe like labeling the things about yourself. Maybe you want to change or stuff like that. Just I get a feeling a lot of organizing things and throwing away those that you don't need, and stuff like that. Like a lot of planning and kind of even discovering what you really want. Oh, okay. So, what is June all about for the Capricorn? Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising. What is June all about for Capricorn? What is June all about for the Capricorn? All about for the Capricorn. June for Capricorn. June for Capricorn. Okay, and we have hope. So yeah, I feel like you are just like hoping for a better future right now and kind of making plans only, as I said. So there's really a particular message, and you are kind of hoping to kind of get out of the situation you are in right now. That's kind of what I'm getting. Kind of, as I said, planting you see like the tree here, and those like fruits come out of this, and I kind of get a feeling that you are now only planting the seeds before you kind of take the fruits of this, or you are kind of planting the seeds correctly and slowly and really like consciously, because you are kind of wanting to have good fruits from them. However, yeah. What is June about for the... Excuse the noises. What is June all about for the Capricorn? What is June all about for the Capricorn? What is June all about for the Capricorn? What's the energy? Okay. Angel of Rain. I kind of get a feeling that you are kind of getting over something. As I said, this bad cycle is kind of ending for you. And you are kind of like you were kind of on the rain, and now you're kind of back in home, and your clothes are kind of just getting dry before you're kind of able to wear them, and you are kind of like few minutes away from kind of putting them on before they are dry. So that's kind of June is all about that for you, kind of just the last minutes before you will actually take action towards something. As I can get a lot of things of getting over something, especially of those getting over those... I swear my mom always vacuum when I am recording. I get a feeling that you are now in this month of June kind of getting over this thing that happened in the past, and it's all about getting over all those things and those traumas and those past events and bad cycles and stuff like that. What else we have for the June for the Capricorn? What else do we have for the June for the Capricorn? What is all June about for the Capricorn? June and Capricorn. Capricorn and June. What is June all about for the Capricorn? What's the energy? Energy for the June for the Capricorn. Okay. And we have Angel of Time. Yeah, so we're just like waiting for the right time to kind of take action, and it's definitely not the right time to kind of take this action right now for you, Capricorn. In June, you are just like taking your time to kind of plan out things and open up to things, get ready for them and stuff like that, I would say. We have Submission and Angel of Snow. Yeah, you are kind of taking a break because before you take action, I feel like you are kind of trying to kind of figure out what it what it is that makes you happy. And I feel like you kind of need this time with people, because you are kind of feeling like this will kind of relax you, and you are kind of feeling very stressed when you are alone and stuff like that. And we have submission. Submission. I feel like you are no longer like letting yourself go with this flow of events that are not kind of doing good for you, and you are just like not okay with them, and you are just like no longer sitting there and waiting for something to happen, and you are just like no longer submitting. You are not longer submissive to them, and you are just going and doing things on your own instead of waiting. So yeah, that's what I'm getting for you for the June Capricorn. So I kind of hope this resonated a lot, and yeah, if this resonated, then let me know down below in the comments. I would really appreciate this. Also, if you like the video, leave a like. If you want to see my face a few times a month, then subscribe. What else? Excuse my brother's noises. He's very annoying, I know. However, we will be ending now, and I hope to see you in my next video. And I think that's it. So thank you so much for watching. Also, if this is not resonating, check out your moon and rising sign, and that's all. So thank you so much for watching, and bye bye.